Hi, I'm Frank Paniagua. How you guys doing? Thank you and welcome today. I think it's just most appropriate to get this thing to work. Okay, I think it's most appropriate to start my remarks with thank yous. Thank you, PG&E, especially Dwayne Larson, Wayne Krill, Dave Canny, John Maya, Brooks Scallion, Buff LaBeouf, our man there. He was with us till 7:30 on Friday night, getting us all together. Thank you so much. Our sponsor companies, Morgan Lewis, iWatt, Acorn, Molex, Linear, Comerica, Orchard Garden Hotel, and Checkers Catering. We have great food for lunch. I like to kid with everybody that we're the opening band today. PG&E is graciously sponsoring two events, ours, and then the big event this evening is Clean Tech at the Palace of Fine Arts, and I know a lot of folks are going to be moving over there later on this evening, but I thank PG&E for extending this. I'd also like to thank Dr. Arthur Rosenfeld. I don't see Commissioner Rosenfeld here yet, for graciously agreeing to speak today. Ed Frank, who he says I met a couple months ago, and I knew he thought I was crazy and a little bit stupid too, Ed, trust me, for being the MC today. Noah for his fine remarks and been a true champion. And it's funny because Noah and Ed said the same thing to me. They said, you know what, you should have an event and pull, industry leaders together and form a true public partnership. And here we are today. And I can tell you, a year and a half ago when I lacerated my foot in an accident, my Achilles tendon, and this was an idea in a shoebox. So it's come a long way. Robbie Aiken from Pinnacle West, David Rogers, the Deputy Assistant Secretary of the Department of Energy, will be speaking this afternoon. Professor Robert Sokolow from Princeton University. Thank you, Professor, for flying all the way out and supporting us today. All of the speakers that you have heard and will hear later today, and this great panel. So I've been thoroughly enthralled sitting over there listening to the speakers. I think they've done a great job thus far. Okay, so Ed mentioned a little bit about VESA, the Video Electronic Standards Association, and there are very striking parallels to what I did 20 years ago when I was young and handsome and what I'm doing now when I'm old and crazy and stupid, right? But back then, I had this notion of, we were old enough to remember when monitors used to flicker, right? So I was crazy enough to get 10 competitors in a room the day that the Fairmont Hotel in San Jose opened. And we got in there to explore possibilities for change, for the better. And I remember IBM was there, and they said, we'll never allow you to open up our box, to put graphics cards in and networking cards. We're going to stay a proprietary architecture, and that's what we're going to do. And then they tried to do their own thing with the microchannel, and that failed miserably. And companies like NVIDIA and others, built these dynamite products that enhance the user experience. And that's what we're trying to do today, too. And something that's good for everybody. Okay, so let's first talk about efficiency. I, for one, want to thank, I'm going to thank him again, but Commissioner Art Rosenfeld, Noah Horowitz from the NRDC. These guys have worked tirelessly to make power supplies and other efficiencies happen in our lifetime here in California. California is leading the way because of change agents like Noah and change agents like Art Rosenfeld, and Greenplug supports their legislation. We support what the good folks at Energy Star are doing, and we're going to do our best working with our partners in this room to build reference designs and bring to market the most energy efficient, convenient, reusable products this world has ever seen. We're currently crafting language for both Energy Star and EPEAT to include for support of these multi-charging devices. Today there's no support for multi-charging devices. The new Energy Star language front page says single voltage devices. We don't have to do this really, right? We can sneak in the back door. We're unregulated. We don't choose to do that. We want to support what they're doing, and we will continue to do so. Okay, so I want to get back to Noah's Mark, right? This is right off Sony's website. An investor in our company, my close friend, board member, Harold McKinsey, gave me this slide a year ago, and it's still here. Tell me how this can be good for their business. How can this be good for business? Sure, if I leave something in a hotel room, let me tell you something. No prop. No prop. My wife and my daughter and I and my nephew spent the night here in San Francisco. I live in the East Bay. We spent the night here in San Francisco last night. I asked them for their power supplies and my power supplies from our hotel room from last night. This isn't a prop. This is the real deal. This is what I'm talking about. Do I want to carry that? Or do I want to carry this? What do you guys want to do? Okay, so let's talk about the problem for a second. As Noah and as others have mentioned today, Greg Lefebvre, the model is broken and needs fixing. And it takes change agents like you guys out there, a true public partnership. It takes PG&E. It takes Walmart. It takes Google. It takes Belkin. It takes IWAT. It takes all of us working together. This isn't a green plug standard. There's nothing proprietary about what green plug does. We are one change agent on this board. Okay? So I told you the story about having 10 people, right? You know, when we started Visa. Look, there's 200 people here. This is a heck of a lot better start than I had 20 years ago, let me tell you, right?